Welcome to the channel. I'm the Scottish Astrologer, and in this video I'm going to talk about two generations, that are yet to come. And these generations are the Pluto and Aquarius generation and the Pluto and Pisces generation. Now these generations are the children of tomorrow. They are yet to come, and we will see the first arrivals for the Pluto and Aquarius generation being born in the year 2024. And now the Pluto and Aquarius generation is a 20-year group of people which will be born again roughly from 2024 to 2044, And the Pluto in Pisces generation, that takes place from 2044 to 2069, and again that's when the first births of that generation will start to take place, the year 2044, and that generation is a 25-year group of people. Generation lasts for 25 years. That's how long Pluto is in the sign. And now these two generations will be born into the brave new world, shall we say. The world which we know now will be completely different by the time 2024 comes around, mark my words. And these children being born into that time frame, it's going to be so different for them in many ways. A lot the same in many respects, but in many different ways. They're going to be brought up into a complete different world, a complete different environment from what we're used to, from what all the previous generations were used to. In a sense, these generations are going to have access to so much technology, and at the same time life will be more difficult. Let me begin with the Pluto in Aquarius generation. Now this generation of people will be rather gregarious and friendly, but they won't be as sentimental or emotional as other age groups and so other generations before them. Their generation does not seem to cling to the past, and they tend to build stronger relationships with colleagues or with friends than with their actual family members. And many of this age group, this generation, will leave home pretty early. They'll be rather independent. They want to do things themselves, and be part of the bigger family, the bigger world, than the smaller direct family unit. As again, they feel more comfortable around friends and colleagues and build stronger relationships, better ties with these people. And these people, this generation, will prefer the sort of urban setting, as they will like areas with a lot of hustle and bustle and a lot of social activity in general. So they'll go towards bigger cities, that'll feel like home to this generation. This generation will also have a strong, particular emotional need to unite and to cooperate together with others. They are truly going to be a group of team players, and united action will be a very high priority for this age group. And with this generation's united cooperation, things like organisations, companies, businesses will grow to enormous proportions, enormous sizes, and they will manage to bring forth many advancements or many discoveries in the fields like science. Again, all thanks to the huge cooperation that will be brought forth by this generation. And during this particular 20-year time period, for this generation, roughly when the Pluto and Pisces generation is starting around 2044, at the end of this generation, while most of them are in their 20s, the oldest ones of the Aquarius generation are in their 20s, certain governments and of course their borders, okay, and influence will expand, okay, during this time. And so this generation, okay, will become increasingly wary of the power of big industry or government or companies. Things growing too big, monopolies, okay, for instance. This generation will play a part in breaking them down fully. Another thing which will be going on during the life of this age group will be basically clashing political ideologies, okay? That'll be critical during the life of this age group. And we know from history, anytime there's clashes of political ideologies, we know what that has brung in history. So here's hoping history doesn't repeat itself for this generation, but it has any other time in history. There has been a clash of political ideologies, always led to war. So let's hope this generation is a generation to deal with these clashes of political ideologies without physical conflict. Here's hoping. They're bright enough, they're far advanced enough to do that. And that will be the irony for this age group, who at first wanted cooperation and wanted to grow things, okay, like companies, businesses. They want everything to cooperate, unite, and so grow larger as a fact. But in the end, okay, they will realise that this actually isn't the best way, because once everything is centralised, power is also centralised and taken out of their hands. And they will realise this, and that's what will ironically lead them to try and break down what they once felt was something that was good, okay? Everything they build and everything this generation will do does indeed come from their subconscious need to cooperate and unite people together. But again, in the end, once you centralise everything, okay, in the hands of the wrong people or person, for instance, things can only go wrong. And this generation will ironically realise that for themselves, which is a shame, as they truly want to unite people together, but to bad ends, unfortunately. And now moving on, last but especially and particularly not least, is Pisces, okay, the Pluto and Pisces generation, which again we'll begin to see the first births of this generation in the year 2044, and this is a 25-year group of people, okay, so Pluto will be in that sign until 2069. Now this generation, Pluto and Pisces generation, will be a particularly highly imaginative and also intuitive generation. Now their age group will have a rather deep inner yearning for a more idyllic life, okay? And their rich imagination will of course be helpful in them to dream up many different ways to attain their lofty goals. Now the yearning and the wanting for a better, more perfect and beautiful world sometimes can lead to feelings of frustration with the real world for these people, okay? They see the answers to the world's problems are so simple, they feel them, they can see them, they're simple solutions to the problems, and that can frustrate them, okay, because the real world doesn't seem to work like that, okay, at all, even though it should. Everything seems easy, there's simple answers to problems, but the world doesn't seem to work like that, and that really, really annoys and frustrates this generation. And sadly, as a result of this, and particularly with those of this generation who had a difficult childhood, or they lack the strength, the inner strength to really meet these challenges, okay? Meet life's challenges, sorry, okay? These people will sadly end up turning to alcohol and drug use, okay, as it's an escape for them. And it seems like an easy, natural solution, or something they're naturally drawn towards for the people of this generation who, again, have had difficult childhoods, or, again, lack the inner strength to truly meet the challenges of day-to-day life, the struggle, the hustle and bustle, okay? Now, spiritual and religious aspiration will also be very high with this generation. This generation is also driven by less tangible things than other generations, okay? And again, so spiritual aspirations or artistic inspirations, hopes and fantasies are really the driving power behind this age group. The hope for a better world and the vision of a better world. And another thing that will be great from this generation, something they will bring that will be truly great, will be truly unique contributions to music and literature, okay, film, etc. Again, this is a very highly imaginative generation, and that will show through their art, through their music, through their clothing, through all sorts of things that they do. They will use their highly imaginative, okay, natural being to produce, again, stunning pieces and truly unique pieces of music, etc. So that's something to look forward to for the future, and it'll be interesting to hear the type of stuff that is produced by this generation, of course, for those who are still here to experience it, but I hope I am personally. Okay folks, I think that's all for this video. A huge thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell at the right hand side of the subscribe button. Until next time, take care.